from the hollers and hills of West Virginia, it's Heavenly Hills Homestead with another episode. Stay tuned. Boom. Alrighty. It was an ugly day 30 minutes ago, but the good Lord on this beautiful Sunday has allowed the sun to shine, and we're going to try to take advantage of it. It looked like it was going to rain all day today, and it did not. So we're going to come out here and we're going to see what we can get done, because this is the day that the Lord's made, and we're going to rejoice and be glad in it, all right? So let's see what we got going on here. I do know when I come out, we had 3 crows in here. Wow. It's like totally demolished him. What in the world? I guess they were in here trying to eat this right here. Hopefully they got shocked. I'm gonna have to kill them. Look here. Look at what they've done. I know they've done that. We're gonna have to fix that. Daggone it. That makes me so mad when they do stuff like that. Anyways, they've done blew all this trash. It's done all this stuff. I don't know how that even happens. I'm gonna have to pick that up. But what we're gonna do today, I'm gonna get all this stuff kind of situated real quick, and then me and you, we're going over here in the woods. Yeah, over there. We're gonna do some things. So let's get it done. Man, look at that tree. Look at all them buds on that tree. Lord, I hope it don't come a frost. I know it will. But I hope it don't, 'cause that thing is loaded. Oh, hush. Hateful. All right, Chili. Hungry hippos. That's what we got here. Really got to do something with this guy. What do you want? What do you want when you look like that, huh? Huh? What do you want when you look like that, huh? What I got? Get it? There you go. Yeah. There you go. Don't you bite me, you little fart. Quit, Red. You gonna bite me. Quit fighting. Red bites. I don't like when Red trying to feed him out of your hand, because Red will nip the tips of your fingers. He's not easy. Back. Go back. No, back. Back. All right, Wilbur, come on. All right. All that taken care of. Just trying to pick up the trash. The wind's blowed everywhere. All right. So, you say, what are we doing today? I'm gonna go over in the woods. I'm gonna take us a rake. Not a very good one either, unfortunately. Fire got to it and I paid no mind to what I was doing. I'm gonna take the rake, some contractor bags, over in the woods, and we're gonna rake up some leaves and stuff. So that's what we're gonna do. Bring it over here. I'm gonna chop it all to bits. What's the plan anyhow? See if I can get this gate shut, that is. Oh man. Come on now. Don't be contrary. Here we go. Alright, we'll worry about the rest of it later. Alright, so let's get the rake, get some contractor bags, get in the side by side, go over here to the woods, start getting pine needles collected and leaves collected. Some of you are probably scratching your head and wondering why I'm going over here to rake leaves out of the woods. And probably a few years ago, I would have been like, what are you doing, dude? That's a bit strange, right? But leaves are very, very beneficial to your soil and to your compost. So, so if you're making compost, leaves help out a lot. But they also do really well in just putting them in your soil. And most of you have probably been out in the woods, some of you probably even hunting. You've cleared you out a spot, beside a big old tree, and you've noticed that dirt is super dark and really rich looking, and you're thinking, well, man, this stuff's great looking soil, right? If you're a dirt kind of guy like me or a garden person, right? And you're thinking how beneficial it could be. Well, I mean, that's how the majority of people are. They kind of look at the benefits of what that soil is and where it's at, and the makeup of it all. Well, we're getting ready to talk about all that and the reasons why it's good to have that kind of soil. So without further ado, let's get to it. Before we start going, did y'all look at all this? Man alive, I planted all this, if y'all remember, and look at it coming up. It's looking great. This is from last fall that I planted this. Planted all, look at all that. Look where I planted all of it. You can see all of it growing. It's looking wonderful. I hope it does well. I really do. Look at all this. I mean, it's just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All the way back in through here. You can see it all the way back over and through there. So we're looking good. I hope this really does take off and start doing really good. I'm gonna start trying to keep the leaves off of it some best I can so it can run and do what it's got to do. Look at all that over there where I planted it over there. On that side, it's looking good as well. I'm just really, really happy with this because it needs it. It really needs it to hold the deer here, obviously, because we can't hold them here because somebody likes to feed them 24/7 down here and only feed them during the hunting time, not during the fall, or during the winter, spring and summer when they actually need the food for survival, right? You can start to see some of it tried to come up over there. You can see right there, it's tried to come up. I'm sure that the deer have wore that down pretty well. Plus the flooding, you see how the water lines came up over that tree there. There's some that's tried over there on that bank, didn't do good, but over here, that did good. And that's coming up really well as well. So I'm gonna try, like I say, I'm gonna try to go tomorrow and buy another 50-pound bag of wheat and another 50-pound bag of rye. I'll plant the yard and I'll plant this over here again, from right there all up and through there on that whole bank, all the way over to here, and then all this again one more time, all of that bank over there again, connecting to that flat one more time, and all back up in through here, and try to get it up there to where I cross the creek at up there. When I jump over the creek, I'll try to plant it all up through there and then get it to grow before the leaves get too heavy on the trees, and that'll give us hopefully some good cover crop over here that the deer will, you know, be able to eat on. Have a little safe haven over here, right, to where they can relax and stuff and feel comfortable. I want this to be the little honey hole spot that nobody knows about. It's, you know, all of me and Jaden's and Annie's, right? So that's what I'm gonna try to turn this into, just a little oasis for us. I do think this is weird. Do y'all see that? Watch this. No roots. You say, well, why is there no roots? Because I cut this tree down last year and just stuck it here like that, just to give me one little old tree for putting that on and making a scrape underneath it. It's getting buds on it. Is that not crazy? Oh well, it's pretty cool. But anyway, like I said, I'll plant all that again and plant all this again, get a further back up in there hopefully, and you know, hopefully be able to smother out this crappy junk right here, which is goodness, greenbriers and stuff. Something was over there. It's really big, it sounded like. I know there's 2 cows walking around here. They look like cows. They might be bulls for all I know. I don't want no troubles with them. So, the field that we see them at is right through there. They're not supposed to be any over there. But obviously, whoever they're belong to, he's not watching for them. So, anyhow, we're gonna get off of here, put you on time lapse, gather up the leaves and stuff. But oh, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna tell you. So leaves are good for your compost. They're good for your soil. You know, you got to chop them up or whatever. But they're good for your. They give you good till. If you got compaction like I do, and that up there where my patches are, it helps with breaking that up, so you don't got compaction as much. It helps with your drainage. Leaves help a whole lot in a lot of ways. A lot of noise going over here today. Anyhow, so they're good for adding to your compost. They're great for adding just to straight to your soil. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to rake up several bags of leaves, take them up there, run them through the mulcher, which is our lawnmower right now, and we'll bag them up, and then we'll distribute them either to the compost piles, or we'll put them in on the actual plots, right, on our actual pumpkin patches. So, and we're going to talk more about this. I got a printout up at the house that we're going to talk about in depth, a little bit more about leaves and stuff. Let's get this cleaned up first, and you know, start getting it to where we can get them up there, chop them up and everything. And then we'll talk about more about it. Good for now. Got a pretty good little area cleaned up there. So we'll start with 4 and see what we get from there. Don't want to add too much at one time. I was told not to add a whole bunch at one time because you could really mess yourself up. So we'll just add this and see what we get and go from there. Perfect fit. Perfect fit. All right. Yeah. We got it going on, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies. There we go. We got it going on. Now, I'm going to start trying to remember to do the thumbnails. So let's try to get one right here, okay? All right, guys, we're gonna spread some leaves on all this and mulch it up on top of there. And then whatever's caught in the mulching bag, we'll dump out on it. Probably gonna dump a little bit here in the front where the bald spots are for now. And then I'll end up sowing seeds on it later. I'll probably take a couple of mulching bags and put one in each of my compost piles, one where the worm bin and the one compost pile by the greenhouse. up here in the holler. So we're gonna have to figure old T. Wayne and Elmer out, man. I'm gonna have to hire some better help. I might have to go get old Cletus T and old Wade Boggs or something, you know, get him up in here and start getting some help from them fellers. Because old T. Wayne and Elmer, boys, I tell you now, some of y'all ain't seen old T. Wayne and Elmer. Y'all gonna have to go back and check the videos out from last year and go see what old T. Wayne and Elmer used to do to me last year. Heck, old Elmer come up here. He pulled one of my pumpkin plants up by the daggone crown. Sure did. One of my giants right there. Pulled that rascal right on up out there and was bragging about it. Oh boy, tell you what. Had to fire him twice last year just to get him to work one day. I'm telling you the truth. So anyhow, we're gonna get this thing on the road. So let's get it done. All right, guys, the benefits to having leaves in your compost and in your soil. So composting leaves, it's a terrific way to get rich, soil, right? Nutrient-rich soil. The benefits of leaf compost are numerous. The compost increases the porosity of the soil, raises the fertility, diminishes the strain on landfills, and creates a living blanket over your plants. So that's just some of it. There's a little bit of talk about the balancing of nitrogen and carbon. The correct balance will ensure fast composting of the leaves for springtime black gold, okay? But we're talking about now. Benefits of leaves. The leaves make a rich, dark, earthy, organic matter that can be used like soil. It adds nutrients to the garden soil, and the larger particle size help enhance the tilth and loosen compacted earth. We already talked about that a little bit earlier. Compost retains moisture and repels weeds when used as a top dressing or mulch. How to compost the leaves. There's a bunch of stuff on that. You can do like I had done out there earlier today, which is, mulch them up, put them in your compost pile or add them to your soil. You can just grab them and till them in, right? If that's what you choose to do. I would think you'd want to break them up a little bit better, but here it says you can just till them right in if you want to. Let's see, you can put them with grass clippings, you can mix them with manure, many other things that you can mix them with there. You can do a winter compost pile, which we've got one of those out here by the greenhouse, right? And I mean, I guess you could consider the worm bin sort of a winter compost pile if you wanted to. So there's plenty of stuff that you can gain from having these in your compost pile. This here is said, you can use it for organic mulch on the surface of the soil in place of peat moss or straw. Organic mulches are valuable because they reduce rainfall runoff, thereby making more water available to plant growth, decrease water evaporation losses from the soil. So there's some more things that leaf compost helps with. I really need the OM, the organic matter, built up in my soil. I don't want it at a 2.6, I think is what it was. I want to have it around a 6 to a 9, right? Now, some people are going to say, whoa, that's way too high. Yeah, probably maybe high, yeah, on the higher side, yeah. But I want that loose soil. I want my roots to run through the soil. I want them to be able to sprawl out and get huge under there, and they can't if they're constantly being compacted, right, with hard soil, with loam, or what I believe is clay, okay, to continuously pack up and harden, and my roots running up to the top for air because there's too much moisture, or running up to the top because they're just too crammed down there and they can't grow through the compaction. And that's with me not walking on the soil. So, I mean, you can only imagine what would happen if I walked on it more, right? There's tons of other benefits. It helps with your soil pH, right? It prevents erosion. Like I said, it improves the plant health and growth of the plant and root growth. It helps with root growth, all right? We already said it improves the soil porosity, all right? And if you get enough of it, you can go for more organic, right? So you're staying away from the harsh, the harsher stuff, right? Which we already try to do. We try to stay more organic and natural and stuff. We don't really try to hit it too much with the harder things, you know what I mean? We try to stay away from that if possible. Now we will use it, I'm just saying we don't use it as frequent, right? Because I don't want that salt content built up in my soil. I mean, there's several studies here. There's one from the Penn State Extension on composting leaves. There's Epic Gardening has a write-up on this. PlanetNatural.com has a writing on this. Facity.com has a writing on this for beginners, 10 best steps, right? Trees Unlimited, New Jersey, I guess is what that is, .com. It's got one. Old World Garden Farms has got .com has got one. Let's see here. There's the Daily Dump has got one. The Daily Dump, that's pretty funny. ThisGardener.com has got one. There's several videos out there on this. I don't know that they're YouTube videos. It doesn't say YouTube. Let's see. GardenersPath.com's got stuff on this. HappySprout.com has. So I mean, there's tons. Let's see, what's it? Gardening Know-How has got one on this. There's tons of stuff out there, but that's the gist. I just wanted to give you the roundabout reasoning of why I do it, why I wanted to do it, and why you should do it, and some of the benefits, right? There's tons more benefits. You can go and read about all those, enhancing some of the micronutrients, enhancing some of the macronutrients, right? Being able to help with the microbiology in the soil, which we've already been talking about today. You know, you break it down like that right there, and it's food for the microbes, right? And then they, like glue, they just latch onto those small particles and start eating, breaking it down, turning it into plant food for your plants to uptake, and they got that symbiotic relationship. I mean, there's just so many benefits to using leaves and composting, all right, and getting it into your patch, whether it's your giant patch or your garden, right? So I encourage everybody to start getting leaves, right? If you got that neighbor that just hates the leaves, go over there every year, right, and say, hey, I'll take those leaves off your hands, get them off the curbside, put them in your backyard, and help, you know, to help the neighbor out, right? And be like, hey, you know, we don't want to put them in the landfill. I can use them for my garden, and start taking them, right? If you got, you know, I know some guys, they say that they you know, in the fall time, they'll go run around from house to house, and they'll either ask for the leaves because they'll see a big bunch of them there, and they'll say, yeah, go ahead and take them, right? Some people even pay them to take them, right? So I mean, that's good, because then you're making money, all right, and getting free leaves that you already wanted. So I mean, that's nice. But some, like I said, some people just grab them. Other people, you just cruise around during trash days, and they'll see these big bags out there, you know. Some people take and bag them up for Halloween and make them like big pumpkins, right? I remember when we was a kid, my daddy used to do that. He'd buy these bags with pumpkin faces, you know, jack-o'-lantern faces on them, fill the bags up and put them out front, you know, and that was such a good time. I miss being a kid, man. If I could, I'd go back to 5, 6 years old and I'd do it all over again. I promise I would. Only I wouldn't make as many mistakes this time. I wouldn't do it. I would know. Probably make new mistakes, right? But I wouldn't make the same mistakes. That's the important part. Don't make the same mistakes. All right. But anyhow, you know, he would do that, and you know, in my mind, I'm sitting there thinking, why would you want to rake all those leaves? It was fun, because I would go, he'd make a big pile, I'd run and jump in them, right, or help pile them up. Irma, we'd get them from Irma. That was our neighbor. She lived above us, and we lived on a hill when I was real little in Scarborough. And anyways, Irma lived above us, and Bozo lived below us. We lived in the center, and I was the ornery kid that everybody had to watch. So I was like Dennis the Menace of the neighborhood. Anyhow, Irma had this great big oak tree right there in the corner, and that's where there was always leaves over there to get and to do that stuff with. So anyways, you know, go and get your leaves. Like I said, some guys just drive around at trash days. They'll see that the leaves are out, and they'll grab the leaves and put them in their compost pile, or put them in their garden, right? I mean, nothing wrong with composting directly in your garden, especially if that's where it's going to go anyhow, right? I mean, it saves you room and mess and everything else. So I mean, you can do it like that if you want. But anyhow, if there's any comments, questions, concerns about any of this, maybe you guys got something that I didn't cover, let me know about that, right? Because I'm sure I'm missing some parts of it. I'm just learning all this stuff, right? And the benefits to it, since last year I've been actually about 2 years now, right? Since 2020 is when I started all this journey, right? I always grew stuff, just never on this scale. And 2020 is the year I really put it in full action and started doing everything by seed and all. So, and then last year with the giants and stuff. So I mean, it's about 2 years into this, so I'm starting to learn and educate myself on it. But there's a lot I don't know. All right. So anyhow, guys, let's get on to the next. All right, guys. So thank you for coming. Thank you for watching this evening, guys. We really appreciate y'all and all the things you've done.